Hello everybody, welcome back to part 4 of what if Deku was a ghost, and before this video begins I would like to promote a server that I am in. It's made by another whatever who has been very helpful to me when it comes to my channel, and I just wanted to say thank you. Alright, so this server is called the RavenclawWhatif. I'll be putting a link to it in in the comments down below. If you just scroll down, you'll be able to see it. Alright, so in it you'll be able to join it. It's full of different type of creators, different people. I hope you'll be very open to join it because it's a really good server full of really good people. It helps give suggestions, it helps a bunch of people, and it helps you promote your own channels and all that. So I hope you can join and promote the server. Now, let's get on with the video. Alright, welcome back. Well, now let's get on with it. So, in this, I'm going to be doing a basic recap of Deku's abilities, because I feel it's important for newcomers, or some people who hasn't really got before. His basic ability: he cannot be seen by anyone, he is a ghost, except for Uraraka, who's the only one who can see him, for reasons such as a depression, being in the same state as what he felt once he died. That's something I didn't really address back during the initial video. Right, now that's over with, I would like to get him with the other powers. Yes, he can walk through walls, but he cannot go down. He cannot touch, go but beneath the ground. This is simply because it's basically he's still abiding by the rules of the room that he is, what he was in. I didn't clear that up, but the room that he was in, I'll call it purgatory, or even a dreamscape. But anyways, that in that realm, he couldn't move up. Well, he could move upwards, but he couldn't go beneath the floor because he was still basically in the room of purgatory. Just the wall. It was just in a separate location. But if he moved out to a certain place, like a certain distance where the wall of purgatory would be, he will be brought back to purgatory. That's the basic rundown. Now, for the second part of his, well, that's his second power, but his third power, which will be revealed later on, but let's just say it's a power that is not so much top notch, but more like situational. Like like if you're a medic, you if someone was let's say stabbed, you'd be good in that situation. But if, let's say, if some people was robbing a bank, no, you wouldn't be able to help on that situation. That's the sort of how it would be. Now, after this, let's get on with the story. So basically, at this point, Ochako Uraraka has been now recognised by the superhero community that she is like going to be running up top-notch hero, like some of the top level heroes, because she's taken out Yakuza, which is some of the most well known but secret Yakuza there is, even though they're pretty much wiped out at this point due to All Might, Bakugo, Itsuka, all of them. And this was all thanks to Deku's help by telling her where all these people are. Now, with that sorted out, where would they go from now? Because Ochako has started being noticed by the people to be changing, to be more happy, to be more friendly. Unlike before when she was aggressive, angry, always upset. Well, not upset, but more, like ready to punch someone out. Now that is begun to change with her. That is something which has been noticed by me and Ashido, by Jinko, no, not Jinko, by Earphone Jack, by Sue. All these people started to notice because she's still in contact with them, by the way. Now that's sorted out. Basically, from now on, she has been having consistent raids against Yakuza, getting behind the bars. So she's slowly been rising up the hero rankings from rank 234. She, after 2 months, actually 3 months of repeatedly doing this, she's now 156. That's her new rankings. So yeah, pretty good, right? It's definitely being noticed by people because she started to get a lot more popularity. And this is good, really good. But anyways, this is where the interesting part comes in. Because at this point, she's started to be allowed to work with, let's say, a group called Exodius. Exodius is a specific group used to take down organized crime. It's a pretty much useless group at this point because, hey, there's no organized crime, but still, it's still there. And it's made by quote-unquote useless heroes, such as someone known as the Sandman, who has the ability to turn sand into a mist. However, in a gunfight, you'd be killed, because what can a group of sand do in a mist? However, in the situation of a attack against a Yakuza base, he'd be able to use that mist to create a smoke grenade of sorts, where they could easily go in, go out without any trouble. The next part will be I'm just gonna list off a few names. Hydroxide Man, who has the ability to turn water into hydrochloric acid and hydroxide, as well as to separate. No, that's just not a spell. Hydroxide Man has the ability to separate water into hydrogen and hydroxide. Pretty much useless ability, right? However, mixed with certain chemicals, such as magnesium hydroxide. No, hydroxide and magnesium. That would create an alkali which can be used in certain situations, which I'm not going to probably say anything. I'm just coming with new superheroes at the moment. But yeah, that's the basic rundown of the powers. Not the basic rundown. That's some of the powers that some of the group has. You can actually no. Here's an idea. The guys known as Exodia come up with certain powers for different members, and I'll feature them in the next video. If the ones with the top amount of likes on the comments, I will feature in top 3, I think, if we even get 3. Yeah, I'm not that popular. But anyways, she's been invited to this group, and Deku at this point is like, understandably, he's trying to learn everything about the group, and he does learn most things but then this is where the unique thing happens. Basically, one of the other jobs for the Exodias is that they have to watch over, what's the prison? I'll call it the Ark. The Ark is the new super prison designed to hold supervillains such as Shigaraki Tomura, Tashinaki Asakai. Basically, it's a villain from a random anime that I'm just pulling out. Takahashi Asakai is a villain who has a dual blade power. Really bad anime, like really bad, but pretty cool power. I can't even remember the name of it, just him. But anyways, from that, so like supervillains on the top level, it's called the Ark. And on the Ark is held two villains, of which is both in high security, but is now labelled as a safe class entity. I'll explain. The Ark has 3 classes for all the villains. Safe class, I'm taking inspiration from the SCP Foundation. Yes, SCP-049 can now be happy. Yes, I finally introduced this. It has 3 classes: Safe, Euclid, and Kia. Basically, Safe class means the neutralized, they can't escape the prison, like no matter what to do. Euclid class is where they're hard to keep under control, and it's hard to keep keep them under lock and key. And keyed class is basically where it's impossible to keep them under control, and they will most likely escape if left for a short amount of time. And there are two high-level villains which are labelled, would that be, yeah, A-class threats, but they're all safe class for some reason. And here's the threat system. A-class is lowest class, basically people who's been injured or hurt and have been, well, actually no, it's going to be C level danger threats, B level danger threats, A level danger threats, and S class danger threats. C being lowest, and pretty much petty criminals who's just been transferred there for a short amount of time. B class threats are a bit more dangerous than C class, and most likely it's been transferred here due to quirk usage or the distribution of drugs. A class is usually something like underbosses for the mob, or villains who have used their quirk and has caused the death of heroes or many civilians. And S class is the most dangerous, as they've killed multiples of people, maybe up to thousands. The top villain has killed nearly 20,000, that being Shigaraki, due to his rampages across many cities. He's killed over 20,000, maybe up to 100,000, depending on which timeline you take. And they have killed many heroes, many villains even, and many civilians without a care in the world, and they're the most genocidal out of all the villains, and as well as the bosses, like the family heads of mob bosses, so pretty much as dangerous as it can be in that life. Now there was two A class which is sat as safe, which is a very rare circumstance. Well, not so rare as S class being safe, but pretty rare. The name, one of these had a villain name, or at least had a villain name by that time. They were locked away in the initial prison. Same one that One For All was put in prison as well. His name was Hero Killer Stain. A class danger threat. Safe class. Which is very surprising, but he was in there. And the second one is A class threat. Euclid safe. Not safe. A safe A class villain known as real name Airy, villain name the Grim Reaper. She was given that nickname after when a bunch of heroes came after her, after it was reported that a Psychi member escaped from the Psychi group. It was thought that she was a villain. However, it was confirmed after seemingly turned on her quirk to counterattack a few heroes, seemingly taking them out of existence. Later, it was confirmed that her quirk was rewind. She was only taken out by the hero known as a Razorhead. Reports of the scene has said that she killed 5 people, and under immediate suspicion, she was put under the security of heroes. And once the Ark was built, she was put under it as A class threat, and was put as most likely a Euclid class. Dangers of a quirk has seemingly been put out. However, one of the features which is most interesting about her is due to the fact that she seemingly has an innocent facade, which she had no clue about how a quirk worked. However, of the scene showed that he had proficient use by killing killing 5 heroes, or with 3 was the top within the top 100 heroes at that time. Now that this is over, the thing about was interesting about this is because once Ochako was put on site, she was put under the A class district due to her work with the mob, as well as a proficient use of a quirk against villains. This was useful against a bunch of A class attempts of escape. Now to the next part. You have here here's the thing where both Ochako and Izuku, or Deku, has been put to shine. It's because they both separate and look at every cell individually. Ochako on the outside, Izuku and Deku on the inside, checking all of the cell's interior, as well as all the inmates, checking if they have any contraband. If they do, it's immediately taken off them. Now, well, I'll probably leave this off in about a minute. Alright, so basically, this will be where the next arc begins. Well, the third arc. First arc being Izuku being trapped within the realm of purgatory. The second arc was him meeting Ochako and pretty much helping her get to the point where they've started to enter Exodia, and it's been placed in the arc. The third arc, well, let's just say that's the escape. I'll explain there with a bit of character development and knowledge. Now, please put down 3 names. Can you please put down 3 names for different characters in the comment section down below, and I'll pick the best 3 as well as their quirks. Please put the quirks as well, and I'll see you next time in the next video. Sorry about that. Now have a good day. Now have a wonderful time, and I hope you can enjoy yourself for the rest of the day. Yeah, so my name is Mr. What If Man. Thanks for enjoying the video. Please, if possible, like and subscribe. If you had any problem with my videos, or you didn't understand, please put down in the comment section. I will explain. Have a wonderful days, lads and lassies, and good day.